Hi, thanks for tuning in. My name is Ronald, and today I want to discuss whether airline staff should be allowed to go on strike. Now, as you may know, in many countries around the world, workers across various fields have the right to strike, which is a good thing. However, when it comes to airline workers specifically, I believe there should be an exception to this rule. Let me explain why. When workers go on strike, it always impacts those who rely on their services. For example, if employees from a waste collection company strike, it will have a noticeable negative effect, with garbage accumulating in homes and on streets. Similarly, when buses or trains are halted due to a strike, people who rely on public transportation for commuting or other purposes must find alternative methods or stay at home. While these situations are most definitely inconvenient, they are generally manageable to some extent, of course. However, when the airline industry comes to a halt due to a strike, the impact on those who rely on it can be far more significant. Such strikes can disrupt vacation plans, business trips, family reunions, and time-sensitive events like weddings, funerals, conferences, and once-in-a-lifetime experiences. This often leads to frustration and inconvenience for travelers who may have planned their trips months in advance. But these strikes can also result in stranded passengers, which is especially problematic for those in unfamiliar places or without access to resources, whether financial, technological, or social. Meanwhile, staff who go on strike do not work for a period of time and often feel supported by their colleagues, family, and friends. And if an agreement is finally reached, they will likely feel relief and joy. However, travelers who relied on them may face significant impacts, whether financial, social, or emotional. Now, don't get me wrong, if there is a serious issue at an airline company, it should absolutely be addressed. What I'm concerned about is the imbalance between addressing staff grievances while resorting to strikes on the one hand, and on the other, the impact the strike has on travelers who ultimately have nothing to do with it. Instead of resorting to strikes, there are several alternative ways to address complaints. But ultimately, I believe there should be an independent organization to assess whether staff concerns should be taken seriously, which could lead to legal action if employers are unwilling to reach a reasonable agreement. If employees' grievances are justified, then they should be addressed. If the complaints are valid, they are valid. If most or all affected staff members feel this way, so much so that it could have a negative effect on the social atmosphere, performance, and quality, then should the company continue as it is, especially if these issues can be easily addressed? If something isn't reasonable, whether it's wages, working conditions, or other employment terms, then employers must find ways to resolve it. Now, I understand that catching a flight is a luxury. It's not a necessity like food, water, or medical help. But it's still something that can have a significant impact on people, which could be avoided. Why should travelers be the victims of conflicts between employees and employers? Again, the point I'm emphasizing here is the imbalance between staff grievances and the impact on those who rely on their services during strikes. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments why you do or don't. So I guess that's it for now. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care. Bye.